What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Attend the yes, what a shit opening. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome late to the game with this guy right here, Captain Tim Subi, the one and only. Take it or leave it, better or worse. Here I am. If you don't want to be here, that's cool. You have yourself a great day. Great Sunday. I'm going to be playing some Madden today for a little bit, just hanging out. Wanted to get some dailies done, a solo battle. Yeah, that's basically it. I know next week the challenge, the card that you get for competitive is a right guard, and he's actually really good. So I didn't make it to, excuse me, I didn't make it to Joey this. Damn, excuse me again. I didn't make it to Joey Porter. I wasn't even close. I think I'm gonna get to like maybe 12. What am I at? No, I think I'll get to 13. I think I'm gonna get to 13. Alright. So, real quick, let's buy a 500 coin pack. Rip that sucker. I really hope to get an Aeneas Williams. That'd be pretty badass. Be pretty badass. Here we go. Like I wanted this, like that. I mean, it's not bad for a 500. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm just double checking something on that. Alright. Alright. We're gonna get out of here and go to sets. Alright, let's get some 90s in here. How do I not? Alright. Man, I'm just so tired today again. Whew. Alright. Let me check one thing real quick. I know I'm close to... I just need to finish this, but I'm so lazy with these. It's like 8 minutes for that. I'd rather just do a solo battle. What's this one? It's actually sort of difficult. Need to beat 2 of them too. Alright, whatever. Hope everyone's having
Hey everybody, it's the coach. welcome you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
I just realized it's 4 miles an hour.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line.
I hope DeAndre Hopkins goes back to the Texans. Go back, make it a career there, you know.
At their 6th quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap.
He does.
Truly
I mean, like that dude's done enough to get a ring
at the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And right away, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. So once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Kansas City.
There's a golden ticket I've been keeping an eye on it. I think
and let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in
if it is, I might end up getting that and not getting the pack today.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did.
Get the Gillian, you're not going to need another.
And the defense will get their hands on it.
You're not going to need another
costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second.
I didn't actually.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after.
I mean, we're getting near the end of the life cycle for this game, so I'm hoping soon that, like, the next, like, Twitch stuff that happens, the next Twitch payout I get, or whatever, we'll see what happens. Like, personal life-wise also, but that's going to be what the money's going towards, is getting the next Madden.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Work my team up. I wanna work with I think what I might end up doing is, everything works out,
Chiefs offense ready to go again.
Probably try to get a local Millennium into like playing a franchise with me.
You're exactly
right,
other people,
and maybe like
first do no harm, and right now they're harming
like a sub or a view, like top
no one is mistaking me
top
for a
viewer or
doctor.
something.
Thank you, Dr.
In the stream.
They'll start here with Jackson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
That's something I've been thinking about.
J.J. Watt, tough to stop. He gets upfield and makes a play behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Penny. And he's going to be driven down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance.
Like, I really do hope the next game is great.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
I've always loved Madden. There's problems with this one. There's problems with the last one. They fixed one. Legacy bugs, I guess. Regardless, though, it should be in a better place. There should be more stuff for franchises.
57 yards. As these guys are able to push that lead out a bit
Mutt, I feel like there's stuff that they do that's great, and there's a lot more hits than there are misses, but the misses have been so crazy.
Before you know it, it's
especially
21-0.
The game, so that can't happen.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Quinn was a great pickup.
Now Henny. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The shit's too sensitive, man.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. His first catch. Good for 9 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They run on first down with Jackson, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Gardner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
I have a feeling he was going to be able to get on that.
33 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away.
Oh, what's up, Mars? How's it going?
This one might be over by halftime.
And
How's
since
your
you've
Sunday?
already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, this is Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and he will have the first down because he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
That sucked.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Oh, it's neither. Oh, wow. Follow my
Following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Evades him at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. As his guys continue to pour it on.
Yeah, so what up, Mars? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Thanks for stopping by like always.
We're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found.
He's like a fucking
solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideliner.
At some point, he's not going to be the starter.
After that fumble return for a touchdown, better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling...
And caught it up! But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Now they got to get to the line quickly. forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores. Just
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense is running away with this one.
that score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Not probably. I will be having
taken at the
sort
goal
of like a
line.
memorial stream coming up soon. I got to work out some
And
details on
he'll
what
make it
I
back
want
to
to
the
do.
15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick
It's going to be
team.
within the next week
The
or
Chiefs
two.
going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half. Facing that big deficit, the clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
One piece, it's a game. I got one.
Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce up.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the defense has come up with it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not for the red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score.
Punter and fullback, once they get those up above where they're at, my level should be
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
You sort of have to.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's going the other way. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. it's caught. Touchdown.
Gronkowski.
As the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring
it all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards, a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Fitz is so good.
It's Larry Fitzgerald from Kyler
So
Murray
good.
as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
That's going behind
Set now to kick this one
Hopefully
away,
it's
and
returnable
off it
there.
goes.
Yeah.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Dude, he got
Throw
that
there,
off.
but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, for incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing it has a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from the 20. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score.
Hoping this gets me the
kickoff
midfield
team on
pack
the field
and
now
the
as they will
experience
send
in
this one
10,000.
away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And out come the Chiefs now.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out...
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
And that's a third fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to...
Touchdown! It's Larry Fitzgerald from Kyler Murray. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points.
Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. KC's offense ready to take over.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later,
put it right
out
on
is
the
the
line,
kickoff
maybe
unit
right
as they
in front.
run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
That looked like it would have hurt.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But
Like
an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play.
I don't think there's going to be another kicker.
Yeah, but my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
His throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here.
Oh,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner puts it on.
Fucking Sauce.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And out deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
It's like they're like, no, you run it, but then when you run it, you score. They're like, why did you run it? Okay, so I passed it. Why did you pass it?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now here comes Kansas City.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I'm going to go look at 2 other players after this.
back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So we recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Finding McCaffrey on the slant.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
2 players I need to take a look at.
A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
97, so he shouldn't be that much.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess they capitalized everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Can't believe that they
run up and send this one away.
Having that weird game changer.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here?
And a loose football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Should be fine. No, it isn't.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way.
Another fumble recovery.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the Bucs. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Stills, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe.
gonna finish like 100 yards short of the thing for the challenge, I think. Maybe a little less than 100, maybe like 97. Was 11,800. Cool. I'm about to be more than that, but I want to check something. I might have to start doing it on MVP again. It's been a while since I've done it on that, but I might have to. Oh my god, I'm like, what? Like, between 50 and 60 yards short. Wow. I'm hoping to get 25 from that pack. Be great. Pack luck, 25,000. 10 to 25 would be great. So that. We're going to do a pack anyway. I want to. I'm hoping I get something I can use. But we'll do the pack after we open this, because you never know. This would be great to be a 99. 98.
On the clock.
95 above. It's all good. Let's get rid of you. Why aren't you? Huh. So, oh yeah, because he does the other thing. You and you. Actually wasn't a bad red zone pack. That's actually a pretty fucking legit red zone pack. I don't know. It's like 225. What is it? 450. It's 450. Wow. can't. Is that really his highest card? I swear there's a higher card and just no one's selling it. No, that's his highest. I might could get both. That would definitely mean no pack, though. We're going to do a pack, so it'd say a pack. So we're going to do a pack. Alright, fingers crossed we get a golden ticket. That'd be great. Or some 99. 99. 97. And it's fucking Jalen Petre. I like him. Let's keep this up. Hitting it from the back now. You know how we do it on this. 95. Nope. Okay, let's get a 95 above. I think this can only be in the 87s. Come on. We need a 98. 99, come on. 90 fucking 7. That's actually not bad at all. Okay, so. Wow, actually wasn't a bad pull. I think I'm gonna quick sell him. Actually, I'm going to sell them both. So these will be the two that I keep for now to do in sets later. But I'm actually going to go look at something real quick for these on him. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. They were both Texans. I just noticed that. Wow. Almost all division, this is except for him. Okay. I just want to check something real quick. Just want to check one thing, because if there's a slight chance. Wait. Team Diamond you have to have is the team. I'm positive of that, but I'm going to double check just to make sure. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to double check on, because there's a chance, and if so, I just don't know. Okay. How much are these going for? I think I'm going to get Hassan Reddick. Wait. Never mind. The only one I'm like sort of hesitant on is the 97. I am a little hesitant on that because I feel like there's going to be another wave. I'm just wondering. I just have a sneaky suspicion it's gonna be Buddha, or it's gonna be. I just don't know who we haven't had on the Cardinals. Oh, it could be DJ. It could be DJ Humphreys. I'm going to do newest. Regardless, that was a great pack. He's not selling for much. So, it is a bit of a loss, but it isn't at the same time. I'm going to... I want to say I'm going to hold on to Hughes just in case, but I feel like that'd be dumb as shit. We're going to do... Just wonder. Trying to think. I think I went with Luke Kuechly on the team. Asante Samuel Jr. is pretty sick as shit. Pretty fucking sick as shit. I don't know. I'm trying to like think about if I should do it or not. I'm gonna hold on to it for another day. So what was missing on this? I'm like, what? How many punt yards? Like 60? Yeah. That's so funny. We'll do one more. Actually, I need to check something real quick. I might put this on easy and just go ham. I just need to see what... I need to see. I think he needs like, what, 200? I'm bad with math. 3,000. $283. And then just passing and passing and passing. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We'll do one more solo battle. I'll just do pro.
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford. Stafford going to throw from the outset. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Play action. Stafford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Murray out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they get it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
After one, it's 9-0. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Room here to run. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know as Sanders has it poked free. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from going up by 30. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st and 10, Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to get it to Ward. Intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Christian McCaffrey
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cards extend their lead yet again.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Get in there.
The Cardinals
This should
set now to
definitely give
kick
me a
this
theme
one
tune.
away,
I should
and
get that
off we
100
go.
point. I wish that stupid shit wasn't 100. It should have been like
Taking it about the 1.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rob Gronkowski. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals just continue to roll.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford, and on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Yeah, if I hit him with that first guy.
Stafford now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
That's the shit.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down.
Open man downfield, it's Fitzgerald.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Larry Fitzgerald as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Choked on that.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that? And
there he goes, left side. The 40, the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, 88 yards. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
It's only probably about 20 yards.
Goes even larger here in the third quarter.
About 20 yards.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Taken at the goal line.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
And he's gone too, that.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bruce Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is McCaffrey on the give.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Christian McCaffrey,
45 yards.
And the Cardinals are pouring it on.
Tucker now to add the point after.
Passing now and tackling.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start.
I'm pretty positive now that... Yeah, we're done with that.
Taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and 12, Stafford, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
It's just passing now because any passing yards.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that.
Sure it was a
quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just
right now,
one play resulting in
a
the touchdown.
then, I mean,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I can see it going for that low, but I think it's going to
go. A yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And our focus now moves on to Larry Fitzgerald. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now.
I get a couple fumbles here and there. That's fine. Interception, that's cool too. But
a clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked up by Glover Quinn. And they will score.
I do want the passing
six for the Cardinals touchdown.
5 yards passing. Or whatever it is, because it's just
Tucker
like
able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now it's Stafford. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right?
Bro, it's telling them what to do. It's like, dude, you fumbled a shit ton today.
Because,
don't be
as
telling
you
Madden
noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on second and long. Stafford, a quick target here, complete to Metcalf. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now Stafford, and he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Back to throw it. Murray airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Tucker to add the PAT. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. On first down, Stafford here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
Like, I'm almost
they can't
positive
get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts. Maybe
wide open, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra.
Hoping that got me close on the passing. I knew it probably didn't. It's 385. They got the rushing down. Oh, it got me one of the passing, not the second. But that was fine. I didn't expect it to get me both. Because I had to do nearly 300 yards rushing. Did think I'd get a little higher than that, but... I did that again. We still got those golden ticket ability tokens if I ever get one. Alright, let's double check this real quick. Alright, so that is going to be the last one, but before I get off, fuck it, let's do another golden ticket. I've never had a golden ticket, I've never pulled LTD in the game. Like, come on, give me one here. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Pro and Game Elite, let's do it. 95 above. 99, please. 98. Oh, yeah, come on, guys. Nope. Garbage. Straight garbage. That's what we got. We got straight garbage. I actually just sold a Troy Hill the other day. I think they sell for around 80, 90. Holy shit, they've dropped a lot, actually. They've dropped quite a bit, actually. Alright, so let's do 8 hours. Let's do 52. We'll do 54. No buy. Boom. I'm just gonna, like, see what happens with that one. Alright. I forgot the Lions drafted that dude. He's probably not gonna be commanding too high of a price. And he's not. Wow, we got fucked on that pack. We got fucked. Yeah, hopefully we can sell some of those other cards, because that was not a good pull. Was not a good pull at all. As long as I can get some of those cards back, or, you know what I mean. I need these to sell. Alright guys, but yeah, that's it. I'll try my best to be on again this week at some point. That will be when I go live. I'll put it in the Discord, which most of you guys already got. But yeah, just hope you guys are having a good one. Stay safe out there. Take care, and I'll see y'all soon. Till next time. Later, guys.